Coming up on Cavalier Connection, we'll tell you about how Darton State partnered with Home Depot for Earth Day.
Also ahead, we'll take a look at Darton's newest in-state tuition for out-of-state students.
All that and more next on Cavalier Connection.
Built by students, for students. From Darton Student Television, this is Cavalier Connection.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the May episode of Cavalier Connection. I'm Talika Postel.
And I'm Jemima LaFair. Thanks for joining us. Summer classes begin May 28th, but many students think that financial aid is not available. That's not true. Morgan Marshall tells us about some types of summer financial aid that are available.
Summer classes are about to start, and many students are trying to figure out how to pay for those classes. Most students don't believe that summer financial aid is available.
I heard from students, and also some teachers told me they didn't know if financial aid was given for over the summer.
A lot of students, I get a lot of students who come by my office or call me, and they say, I heard that we can't get financial aid for the summer, and that's not true.
Financial aid advisor Manny Hamner says that there are several different types of financial aid available for the summer.
Say the word financial aid, they automatically assume the Pell Grant. Financial aid is a blanket. It does include the Pell Grant, but it also includes a grant called the SEOG, which is an opportunity grant for students who are more maximum Pell eligible. There's the Hope Scholarship and Hope Grant, as well as student loans, which is the subsidized and unsubsidized student loans.
She also explains that some students still may be eligible for Pell in the summer.
Pell Grant does prorate, so if you received full Pell for fall and spring, if you were a 12-hour student, if you were a full-time student for the fall semester and a full-time student for the spring semester, unfortunately, there is no Pell Grant available for the summer. However, a lot of our students who are possibly nursing students or the students who are in some of the programs, they may have only gone 8 hours for a semester or 6 hours during a semester, even 10 hours. That's not a full-time student, so they did not use their full Pell during fall and spring. So what was left over, they can have for the summer semester. So it's really a case-by-case basis. The student really needs to come by our office. Don't listen to all the students on campus and assume that there's no Pell Grant, because there may be for you.
A fairly new aid option most students haven't heard about is a NELNET payment plan.
Yeah, the NELNET payment plan. For students who may not have enough now, even if you may have some Pell Grant available for the summer, it may not be a lot because you may have used a lot of it during the fall semester and the spring semester. And for students who are HOPE eligible, we all know HOPE doesn't pay for everything. HOPE only pays for 87% of your tuition, which is only ultimately half of that bill. So for students who do not have all of their bill covered by their financial aid or may not have any left over for the summer semester, there is a NELNET payment plan available, and you can apply for that online. You'll go to darton.edu, and I recommend just simply typing in payment plan in the search box, and you can sign up. Now, there are deadlines, so always make sure you go on to that darton.edu and sign up before the end of the before you have to start signing up for that payment plan.
Financial aid advisor Manny Hamner suggests that students come in to see a financial aid advisor to learn about other summer aid options.
They don't. A lot of students, I know in the past there were, HOPE used to require students to be, there used to not be a lot of financial aid eligibility for the summer semester, and I believe that misconception has continued on. Again, students just always need to, don't just go by word of mouth, always come by the financial aid office and ask us.
Cavalier Connection, Morgan Marshall reporting.
Darton State College now offers in-state tuition for residents of Florida, Alabama, and South Carolina. Jemima LaFair talked to campus officials to find out why they're making the change.
Now students living in Florida, Alabama, and South Carolina are now qualified to receive in-state tuition. Because enrollment has decreased slightly, Board of Regents approved 9 schools in Southwest Georgia to participate in in-state tuition.
Last month, the Board of Regents approved for, I believe it's 9 schools in the southern part of the state to offer to students from Alabama, Florida, and South Carolina to attend those 9 institutions at an in-state fee instead of tuition fee instead of out-of-state, which is a huge savings for those students.
Currently enrolled Darton students says that it will be a lot more cheaper to attend Darton and will save potential out-of-state students a handful of money.
think it's good. It gives people a chance to, have a little better, easier way of paying, so they won't have to pay so much when they do come to Darton and stuff like that. I think it makes it easier for people that stay out of Georgia, so I think it's good.
In the past, Darton College out-of-state students were paying approximately $4,000 more than in-state Georgia students.
We're hoping that will offer students that are near those borderlines that might, like in Alabama or maybe in the Tallahassee area, the northern part of Florida, might make the difference for them in being able to come to a school in Georgia versus staying in their home state. So we're hoping to see a number of students come from that area, and the state did that because there were certain schools within the system that have capacity, that we have room for students.
I definitely think that is a great idea, and I also think that it would attract more students to come to Darton.
This is Jemima Lafayette reporting from Cavalier Connections. We're taking a short break. Coming up, we'll find out about Darton's new housing renovations.
And also about the language course that will be offered next semester.
Welcome back. Scholarships have been the gateway for many to attend college. Here at Darton, students have missed opportunities to receive funds from liberal arts. Scholarships have gone unused, even though students are eligible. Jamelia Williams finds out more.
Liberal arts includes anything that can be taken in the humanities or the social sciences. We had the applications out, but unfortunately we had very few applicants.
Many scholarships are available, yet many students don't apply.
We gave out about 38 different scholarships ranging from $50 to $2,000. So we were very glad that we could accommodate so many, but what we'd like is to have a larger, more competitive applicant pool.
I was awarded the Excellence in Student Writing Scholarship. There's so many scholarships that people don't really know about, and they just need to take the time to go on the Darton website and look. There's so many scholarships.
Scholarships are helpful. Both administrators and recipients can only suppose why it is students don't apply.
I have no idea why students wouldn't apply for scholarship money. I think that some students get intimidated by an application process. They have to typically write an essay or provide some kind of evidence that they are worthy of the scholarship.
I think some students don't apply probably because they don't take the time to go and search for them on the website. And also, while I was looking at them, I saw a couple of applications were only for new students, like incoming students. And I know they're not really familiar with Darton all that much, so they probably just want to try to figure out their first semester, and I don't think they're really that interested in looking for scholarships right away.
There are many reasons why students should apply. Scholarships can make major differences in students' lives.
I think students should apply because it's important for them to feel like the hard work that they've put in is worthwhile and is worth something.
The recognition you get is really nice. It looks good on any kind of application you're going to fill out.
I can speak for me personally. I would not have been able to go to college probably had it not been for the scholarships that I received. So had it not been for the scholarships, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today. And I know that it was such a big impact for me. I hope to make that kind of impact for other students too. Always keep your eyes and ears open and keep checking the Darton website. I think it's important to put yourself out there and just apply. You never know. Even if you get $50, that's $50 more than what you had before.
It gave me about $1,000 for the school year, and that was great because it was $1,000 less that I had to pay for my tuition and fees.
Darton's website provides the information needed to apply.
We accept applications from all students, online, Cordeal, Darton's main campus. They can get the applications off of the Darton website if they go to darton.edu/program/humanities, or just go under academics and then click on humanities. There's a link there to the applications. They can apply now. The applications are up, and they will be due. They have to be postmarked by July 18th.
This is Jamelia Williams reporting.
Summertime at Darton is almost here for students. A lot of students are taking that time to have fun and forget about school for a couple of months. Many other students are choosing to improve their chances at landing a future career. We asked students what type of summer jobs they are looking for.
Summer is just a couple of weeks away for Darton students. A lot of students take the summer off to relax and take a break from schoolwork. However, other students use that time off from school to get a job or enhance their resumes.
I planned on just working at little knick-knack places like Ross and Home Depot and stuff like that. I applied for them, but I'm working with Mr. Perkins for the filming of graduation. So hopefully that adds a little bit of experience and I can put that on my resume.
Nikki Pope is also looking to gain further experience for a future career.
I plan on getting an internship at Fox 31 this semester, but unfortunately they don't do paid internships anymore. So since I found that information out, I'm just going to do it the semester before I leave.
Employers want you to have experience points in a variety of skills on your resume. Tim Hawley, the manager at Staffing People, explains.
The problem in the job market out there is they're not specific on their resumes on which positions they're looking for. They're just basically general. Okay, so if they're very, very specific in having more than one resume targeting different areas that with their experience, they'll be noticed more.
Talika Postel is putting in extra effort this summer. She is taking on summer classes as well as putting herself out there for employers.
I will be attending school and looking forward to branching out, getting my portfolio out to different sources, radio and television companies.
A lot of students take it upon themselves to learn and work hard during the summer to get a head start on their future. This is Caitlin Franzen for DSTV News.
Darton State College is offering a new literature class in the fall, and students are lining up to register. Dr. Jamie Bacher tells us more.
Starting in the fall of 2015, Darton State College will be offering 2 new literature classes that are unique amongst many two-year colleges. When asked, many students could not name very many African American authors, except for one.
Langston Hughes, and that's about it.
African American Literature 1 and 2 will focus not only on African American literature, but will provide students with another option to fulfill their Area C requirement.
I'm excited because it just makes it easier, and you get to learn more about your culture.
It's opening up possibilities. For one, like if you offer that, then you can go on to offer like other cultures lits or feminist lit, and just everything else after that. I think it's a huge stepping stone.
African American Literature 1 will focus on literature from the beginning of our nation, including slave narratives and works all the way up through the Harlem Renaissance, like the poetry of Langston Hughes. African American Literature 2 will focus on writings since the Harlem Renaissance, including the Black Arts Movement, and such poets as Amiri Baraka and Gwendolyn Brooks, and will continue up until present to include rap lyrics of such artists as Jay-Z and Nas, as well as speeches by Malcolm X.
In high school, they just touch up on it. They don't really go into detail with it, but like African American literature is something I'm looking forward to.
Reporting from Darton State College, this is Jamie Barker.
After the break, we'll tell you about Darton's first off-campus housing fair.
Plus, we'll tell you about Darton's mental wellness event.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To
fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
It began as an idea, a tiny 2-year college with just 600 students. An affordable doorway to the future, higher education for all. Soon, those who came found a growing range of degree and certificate options, leading directly to a career or on to a higher education. Faculty came from some of America's best universities and students from every state and more than 30 countries. Many graduates became leaders of the community. The college became a driver of the region's economy and a primary source of professionals, including more nurses than any other college in Georgia. Today, with almost 6,000 students and 4-year baccalaureate degrees, opportunities are even greater. But the idea, the tradition, is still the same. 2-year degrees, professional certification, 4-year degrees. What a great idea. A college for everybody. Darton.
Welcome back. Darton partnered with Home Depot in order to strive to create a community garden. Tyree Thrasher was out there to take footage of the event.
Today is April 22nd, Earth Day to be exact. We are going to see the events held on campus to improve the earth for Earth Day.
Well, today is Earth Day that was established April the 22nd in 1970 by Gaylord Nelson, and it started with colleges and universities to try to protect our environment, keep things out of the landfill. And Gaylord Nelson is the one that started that. I'm not sure if I said that. And it has grown to thousands and thousands and thousands of colleges and universities now. What we do here at Darton is our students and faculty and staff donate recycled items that we have a resource for here, and the students will bring in they will bring in cans and bottles to us, and then we give them a t-shirt and some more goodies, but we try to reward them and try to get recycled items too.
Now we are going to go over to the garden that was created by Home Depot, Darton students, and staff.
I thought Home Depot would be a great opportunity to start building partnerships. They had a need as well to do team development and get their crew involved in the community. And I don't want to take the credit for that. It first started through a student, Caleb Daniel, who came out here. He wasn't even a part of servant leadership and wanted to salvage the garden as it was in transition and needed some reviving due to the leaving of the last director. And we just connected from there with the new manager, and we're going to continue with some programs with servant leadership and hopefully doing some other things here at Darton.
Today's Earth Day, and today was also the last day for Home Depot to come out and help us get the garden back up to running shape, tip-top shape, and it's a nice day today.
Well, that wraps up Earth Day for 2015. I am Tyree Thrasher reporting.
Darton held its first off-campus housing fair on April 14th in the Student Center. Apartment managers talked about their apartments and the advantages of living off-campus.
Darton held its first off-campus housing fair on April 14th in the Student Center. Apartment managers talked to students about their apartments and the benefits of staying off-campus. Due to the limited amount of space in the dorms, many students are faced with living off-campus.
We have very limited housing. Given that our student body is over 5,000 students, we only have 460 beds. And so it's important that we make room for our new incoming students who are, for many of them, are traditional college-age students who are coming from home and have never lived off campus before, and so we would really prefer that they live on campus.
Traditional students experience firsthand college life by staying on campus. Raven Stevens, a student who stays on campus, discusses the pros to staying under the dorms.
Some of the goods with staying on campus, you're more focused, you're more determined to do your work because they have a computer lab, which is on campus, and they're also going to get one in the dorms.
Many students prefer staying off campus because some believe apartment living is more affordable compared to dorms. Off-campus living provides a sense of independence for students.
Off-campus housing has been pretty great for me, considering that I don't get financial aid or loans, so this has been much cheaper than the dorms would have been. I feel like it provides me a chance to get an experience outside of school kind of sort of thing.
Financial aid does not pay for students to stay off campus, but students who receive aid or loans can use their refunds to budget the cost of apartments.
Financial aid has a formula that it uses, in part given to the office by the federal government, and it, based on Darton State costs, will identify X amount of money for on-campus housing based on our rent, and there is a cost associated with living off campus.
For students who would like additional information about off-campus housing, contact Jill Eckert, located in Darton Commons, room 101, or visit online at darton.edu/housing. For Cavalier Connection, this is Talika Postel. For students who will be living on campus, Darton State is adding some new features to the dorms. Sam Nagy tells us more.
Darton State's on-campus housing is undergoing improvements for fall 2015.
Long before I got here, we have been trying to put a computer lab into Darton Village South, and we're almost there. And as we relocated the fitness room, one of the fitness rooms from Darton Commons over to Darton Village South, that created a space for us to create a computer lab in Darton Commons. And so each building, when students come back or come in the fall, should have a computer lab in each building as well as a fitness center.
I'm looking forward to the new computer labs, so that way I don't have to, when my computer's not working, I don't have to walk all the way to the tech lab here. I can just go down the hall and use the computer lab and use the printer.
Summer 15 students can expect to see new lounging furniture.
We were able to get some furniture from one of our university system colleagues, and so we're going to have some different furniture for students, more lounge furniture.
Another housing improvement is an honors dorm for this fall.
We are in conversation with the honors program about housing our honors students close together in what is called a living learning community. And so those students would live close together. They would take similar or the same courses.
Living Learning Community will hopefully recruit more students to join the honors program.
Be an added inducement for people to sign up for the honors program, and that it would, help the honors students, feel more connected to the program.
From Cavalier Connection, this is Sam Nagy.
The Beach Party is an annual event held by Campus Life this year. The event was pushed back due to weather conditions, but was still a successful event. Brittany Walker was at the event.
On April 29th, Darton State College held its annual beach party on the Challenge course field from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m.
What's fun about the beach party is you get to meet a lot of different people, and there's different events and booths that you can go to and grab something to eat or get a tattoo or go get on the water slides or something.
There was food, drinks, and ices. Students were able to participate in several activities like robo-surfer, bungee trampolines, and giant Jenga, and even have free beach photos taken.
Okay, so we out here at the beach party. We finna have fun. We finna go though, but we had fun. And we did the robo-surfer. The robo-surfer was real fun. And my favorite was the bungee. And we had the little icicle things. They were good. So yeah.
One of the most popular activities was the airbrush tattoo station.
What I enjoyed about today was getting my spray tattoo in this nice weather, even though it wasn't sunny.
Darton had a hula hoop contest that students could participate in, but the main event was the hot wing eating contest. Several students participated, as well as faculty and staff. And in the end, the top 3 contestants got cash prizes. Though there was no sun, the beach party brought a lot of fun. For Cavalier Connection, I'm Brittany Walker.
Students are asked to complete course evaluations every semester in order to evaluate their teachers. Course evaluations may not be mandatory, but they are needed. Andrew Ragsdale finds out more about the story.
Course evaluations are here, but some students are indecisive about its effectiveness.
I can see where it may help to some aspect.
I really don't think they're that effective because many people don't take them.
But I just pretty much like the way that everything is pretty much delivered here, as far as like energy, the workflow, the education, how everything goes. So I think that in a sense, if so far I think that they're doing pretty good having it. So yeah.
The course evaluations are being looked at, however, and a committee is working on changing them for the better.
We're in the midst of revamping the student evaluations to try and make them a little bit more reliable and valid and better measures of the teaching effectiveness for faculty members. So they're useful, but not as useful as they could be right now.
Some students and faculty have some ideas on how the evaluations could be more effective.
But I think the administration would have a better view of evaluation by sitting in on a class.
I think it's a problem being online in the first place. I think it would be better if they actually personally interviewed like a handful of students out of every few classes.
I think that there could be some changes made in the way they're written.
Even if the evaluations are not as effective as they could be, teachers still want students to fill them out.
Through the evaluations, I can find things I can change in my teaching, and the nice thing about being a professor is you can change what you do every semester.
I care very much whether my students do the evaluations, not really so much the ratings part of it. I pay a lot more, and most faculty pay a lot more attention to the comments section. We feel like we get a little bit more of student perspective instead of just a number when we look at the comments.
This is Andrew Ragsdale reporting.
Lady V is a Christian modeling studio that promotes today's godly women. Its hope is to encourage and strengthen ladies to become virtuous women. Jamelia Williams tells us more.
Anita Allen is the founder of the Christian modeling company, Lady V. Her company embraces women just as they are.
Lady V is something that I created back in 2010 to encourage and motivate young ladies. The goal is to teach every young woman to love herself just the way she is. God created all women to be unique in their own beautiful way.
Allen welcomes the community. There are no size, height, or weight requirements. She wants women to come and discover their inner beauty.
I love what my mom just brought up because it don't matter what you look like, size you are, skin tone, it don't matter, hair, nothing. Just come as you are, because you don't always have to go out and do like, say for instance, America's Next Top Model. The stuff that they do, you don't have to do all that just to show off skin and cut your hair off and this and that and show people. You don't have to do all that.
We want every young lady, little girl, adult, grown woman to be secure who they are, whether they have brown eyes, blue eyes, black hair, purple hair, red hair, just to be comfortable in their own skin, but be Christ-like.
Lady V hosts a variety of events. To its models, it is more than just modeling.
Lady V actually does a lot of fashion shows and other events as well. We do fashion shows for the community, but also Lady V likes to teach like table etiquette. We have speakers to come in and actually teach the young ladies how to have table manners. Again, Lady V likes to mentor. We have photo shoots. We have a photographer that comes in and he actually does photos for the young ladies.
I think others should join because it's more than modeling. It's like having a friend, having another family that you can talk to. Like, it's not just you just model and leave. You have somebody to talk to if you need someone to talk to.
Allen has not created just your regular studio. It mentors and teaches its models biblical principles. Even officials have difficulties defining it.
What makes it different is because we love Christ, and Christ is in it from A to Z. I mean, we do Christian music, we pray before, we pray afterwards, and we always encourage one another. So that's the most important key, is because there is Christ. Christ is in it. So it is unique, it is different, it's difficult for the world to understand, but hey, it's okay. I'll give you an example. I was trying to go and get the insurance for Lady V, like the general liability insurance, and they kept telling me, we've never heard of anything like this. What is this? We're trying to find a way to write it up. I'm not sure. But it's just different. It's unique. And I know it's a God-given thing because nobody else has it.
Lady V communicates through various forms of social media. But one thing is consistent, and that's who it represents.
We put out posts on Facebook. We do our model call that way. Instagram, flyers, and just word of mouth. It represents Christ. Christ and Christ only.
This is Jamelia Williams reporting.
Darden held a mental wellness event teaching students how to take care of themselves. Jamelia Williams finds out more.
Mental wellness is taking care of yourself in every aspect as far as social, physical, recreational, psychological, so that you feel equipped to handle life when things are good and especially when things are not going well.
The seminar informed students how to achieve mental wellness.
It helped me realize that I have to have a balance in my life.
I learned that you shouldn't wait till the last minute, or even if you do, don't do nothing crazy like do drugs and to make you not think about it, because it's going to hurt you in the long run.
I exercise, I get sleep so that I don't become so overwhelmed I can't handle things. It's pretty standard for most colleges to have seminars like this because coming to college is very overwhelming. In college, you start in August and you're done in December, and everything's fast and overwhelming. We have to address that, because if we don't, we'll lose students who will just give up, drop out, and not realize their college dream, and that's just sad.
Time management and stress control are key to achieving mental wellness.
Really, it comes down to that time management and stress, because if you do not manage your time well, that leads to stress, and then stress can lead to all sorts of other things, like the depression, the anger, the frustration, the hopelessness, all of those things.
Manage your time well and to do things that are more urgent and important first. Make a daily, monthly, weekly to-do list and follow by it.
You got to manage your time, like you got to avoid some things and you got to focus on the right things.
Mental wellness applies to everyone, from students to faculty to staff to administration. All of us have to work on that.
Students do not have to face their issues alone. They have somewhere to go.
Help is available on this campus. If they just reach out, it's there. I hope they took away that support is available. They do not have to be alone.
You have a lot of help around you. You don't have to do it by yourself, and you're not alone. So if you need help, go to somebody who can help you.
I learned that you have help. Regardless of what you're going through, you have a support system in your school, and that these people that presented to us today are here for us, regardless of what.
The counseling center is in C103L, and I'm in I-123.
Students should know there is something to look forward to in life.
Hope is always the bottom line. There is never a situation that is without hope. And as long as people recognize that there's help and support, then there's going to be hope.
This is Jamelia Williams reporting.
Coming up next, we'll tell you about the Albany Civil Rights Institute.
Plus, take a look at Darton's Career Expo. All that and more coming up next.
It began as an idea, a tiny two-year college with just 600 students, an affordable doorway to the future, higher education for all. Soon, those who came found a growing range of degree and certificate options, leading directly to a career or on to a higher education. Faculty came from some of America's best universities and students from every state and more than 30 countries. Many graduates became leaders of the community. The college became a driver of the region's economy and a primary source of professionals, including more nurses than any other college in Georgia. Today, with almost 6,000 students and four-year baccalaureate degrees, opportunities are even greater. But the idea, the tradition, is still the same. Two-year degrees, professional certification, four-year degrees. What a great idea. A college for everybody. Darton.
Darton held its annual Career Expo, where students got the chance to meet with other schools and employers. Talika Postel was at the event.
On April 22nd, Darton held its annual Career Transfer Expo. The expo consists of several businesses and colleges that provided students with useful information on seeking jobs and finding the best college.
You really should focus on going somewhere where you're going to get the support that you need for the type of learner that you are. So it's important to think about what you need as a student and where you'll be successful. And those are the first things you should do. If you think that you're remotely interested in a college or a university, go and visit their campus and get a feel for the environment. That's going to help inform your decision about where to go and what's going to be better for you.
To have a better chance at getting an interview, it's always important to have updated information available for employers.
It's always good to keep your resumes updated and always have a good contact number to where employers are actually attempting to contact you, that they're able to contact you, able to leave you a voicemail at any given time.
Having a good personality can carry employees a long way. Company managers explain what they are looking for in future employees.
We're looking for energetic employees. We want professionalism. We can give them all the tools to make the money that they want to make. We just require ethics, morals, and enthusiasm.
Those who attended the fair received helpful information about several jobs and colleges.
It has been very, very helpful. There are a number of colleges here, a number of jobs here. I even see my old employer here as well. It's great.
Darden has its very own Career Development Center located in Building C, Room 103, to help those better prepare for seeking employment. For Cavalier Connection, this is Talika Postel. Albany played a major role in the civil rights movement. The Albany Civil Rights Institute is a great place to find information and gain perspective about the Albany movement. Trayvon Campbell recently visited the Albany Civil Rights Institute to find out why everyone should go.
Both places where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke. Albany, Georgia played a central role in the civil rights movement.
The museum is a recapitulation of what happened here during the Albany movement in 60 through 63. Darden has been exceptionally supportive of the Civil Rights Institute. I think, however, the word has not gotten out to as many students as it should have been that they can come to the museum free. All they have to do is come and sign their name and their ID number, and the tour is free. We have what we call community night. As a matter of fact, we're having one tonight. We're featuring a local artist, a local author who was a part of the Albany movement. Miss Sandra Webb went to jail as a teenager, and she's written a book called Beneath the Bars of Justice, and she's going to be here tonight discussing her experiences and doing a book signing.
Author of the book Beneath the Bars of Justice, Miss Sandra Webb, who writes under the pen name of Bailey Bankston, also shared her story.
I participated in the civil rights movement in the 1960s. I marched, I was arrested, I went to jail and spent a week there. And so it was that experience that stayed with me for a number of years, and then I decided to write about it, and I wanted to share the story.
What's unique about the Institute is that they have many of the original artifacts from the Civil Rights era. They even capture stories of things that happened near Albany, such as the Lena Baker story.
This institute had a one-woman play on the Lena Baker story several years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I knew that. Also, with this Lena Baker, I heard some documentaries on her as well.
Mm-hmm.
And your grandmother said when the undertaker would come to pick her up.
Yeah.
She was still alive.
She was still alive.
These are just some of the stories you'll hear when visiting the Institute. The live audio they have during the Civil Rights era is amazing as well. Unfortunately, many students in Albany have never visited the Institute.
I thought it was a wonderful experience. The museum is very interesting, has a lot of new facts that I didn't know. I really did enjoy my experience at the museum, I did.
I feel that everyone should take the time to visit all races. It's very knowledgeable. You will learn a lot, and its culture, its background, its history.
From Cavalier Connection, this is Trayvon Campbell.
The Darden Players performed a musical comedy in April. Nikki Pope reviewed the show.
The Darden Players hosted Secrets Every Smart Traveler Should Know in the Darden Theater. This musical comedy is something out the ordinary for a Darden's theater program.
I love this show because it's not known, so we got to play with it and make it our own. We also have worked really hard on it.
Some students wondered why this play was $5 with student ID and other theater programs are typically free for Darden students.
We did a musical this semester. Musicals have much higher royalty fees, where we normally pay about $150 to be able to get the rights for a show. This time we paid around $1,200. Also, we had a budget cut that came through this year, and that means that we're going to have to be able to raise money to fund our shows. And charging $5 was a way to be able to pay for future shows.
Even though students had to pay to get in, it was well worth it, especially for Darden players.
For Secrets Every Smart Traveler Should Know, it was a really humble experience. It was phenomenal getting the cast together, getting the song lyrics, the dances, all the costume changes. It was a lot of fun. It was really funny. We managed to get prepared, and it was a tough process. It was a lot of preparation that went into it, whether it been, in working with Dr. Murphy. She's a wonderful person to work with, and Miss Mary Beth as well on the piano, and getting in sync with the music as well as moving around the stage and getting the crowd into it. It was a blessing. It was a very humble experience, and whether you saw songs that were on fire like Red Hot Lava, or a nerdy song like Sing America First or Honey Sweetie Baby, it gives the crowd a feeling to the music and brings them into the world, and also teaching them a lesson at the same time while having fun, teaching them secrets every smart traveler should know, whether it be, changing your travel agent when you get divorced or remarried, or whatever it may be. It was very funny and a lot of experience. It was hilarious.
Even with very little rehearsal time, the musical looked and sounded great.
We had like 2 rehearsals in the first month that we started. So it's been a really rough show, but it's been a really learning experience for me.
Went really well. They only had 6 weeks to rehearse, which is about half the time that they normally do, and they really pulled it together. They had their dancing on point. They had lines. Really is my favorite one.
For Cavalier Connection, this is Nikki Pope.
And that's going to wrap it up for this May edition of Cavalier Connection.
You can stay connected with us by liking our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/Cavalier Connections.
And to watch all our videos, head over to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/Darden Student Media.
I'm Jemima LaFair.
And I'm Talika Postel. Thanks for joining us here at Cavalier Connection, and we'll see you soon.